Actually, wait. Did we start?
I can cut it whenever since we're doing this new thing.
That's actually really cool. So I can say some like really offensive shit, and like we can just cut that.
You want to start the intro though? I thought you were going to start like, "Hey, Quentin, what's on your mind? Nick, what's on your mind?"
Q, what's on your mind today, dude?
I thought that was the whole plan, you know? And I had like...
What did you just say?
I just did it.
There's like a whole...
No.
I wanted to be put on the tee, you know? Like, that's the way I hit the best.
Well, Q, what's on your mind, bro? We are coming to you guys late. You ready for some hot takes?
I am just slapping on hot takes, just slapping all day.
You want the introduction, or are we past that at this point?
To my right, I will take a quick appreciation. Quentin Bennell. I got co-host Vish. How you doing, Vish?
This is just not accurate. Here for the high.
We're all from Colorado. Have a lot of Rockies friends.
Congratulations on getting married.
Hey, you idiot.
Are you ready for some hot takes?
He's like, this is what you bet on the Rockies in April.
Question mark?
It's 12:30 in the morning.
So,
You broke up. What'd you say?
bottom of the order.
Go Cubs.
So I was thinking about, Connor, you were at the game a couple days ago.
Yeah.
The Rockies game. And Freeland let up like 3 or 4 runs, right? And you were like, why the fuck are they checking?
I knew why. I just felt bad. Like...
So it made me think about last month. I was watching a minor league game. The Indianapolis Indians, who's the AAA team for the Pirates. Stephen Wright was throwing.
Stephen Wright, holy shit.
Yeah. So if you don't know Stephen Wright, he was a knuckleballer for a long time. Connor.
Really?
He's
Yeah,
really
awesome.
old. He's really old. He's in the minors for some reason. I don't know why. He's still playing.
Yeah, I
But
haven't heard of him in like 3 years.
After his inning, he like walked to the dugout and they stopped. They pulled him out of the dugout and like checked his glove for pine tar, and his belt. I'm like, this dude's a fucking knuckleballer.
He's trying to actively not spin
He's
the ball.
trying not to spin the ball.
I love baseball.
Yeah.
That's
So, I mean,
hilarious.
like, when you were like, why are they checking Kyle Freeland? I was like, why are they checking that guy? Why are they checking?
Dude, I just felt so bad for the dude. Like, it was like a big deal. I mean, it was Kevin Gausman, Kyle Freeland, 2 Colorado guys in
a good point.
Colorado, right? And so, like, first inning, they go out. Kyle, fastball on the black 0-1, fastball on the black 0-2, fastball down the middle, home run. And then they got Chris Bryant out, and then I think it was the next guy, another home run, and it was just like, ooh. And then he like gets out, like I think it was like a strikeout or something on like Longoria. And he's like walking off, and you just see the umpire like sprint over, and I was just like, oh, that's just give up 2 early solos in the first, and they're already checking you.
Checking your ass, yeah.
That's tough.
If you get like hit
Man,
around, you just shouldn't be checked.
Dude, man, I couldn't imagine me after just let like 4 runs, and the ump's like, "Hey, come over here." I'd be like, "You know what? Fucking just take my glove. I don't even care. I'm not playing. I don't even like. I'm not even gonna be allowed to fucking play anymore, bro. Just
Dude,
fucking keep my shit."
What would you have done if Finney checked your glove after the infamous inter squad?
Well, first of all, I got kicked out of practice that day.
Like, what if he was like, "Let me see your glove. I think you got something."
Was it back to back to back double and then a home run again? What was it? I can't
I
remember.
think it was 3 bombs and then a drag bunt.
And then another one.
Yeah. It was 3 a drag bunt, then it was like, fuck it, inning over. It's like, get the fuck out of here. And then like everyone pitched bad, and he stopped the inner squad halfway, and he goes, "This is fucking terrible." And you know who fucking started this? And I was like, "Oh God,
No, please, God, no.
oh God." And he was like, "Quentin, get the fuck off my field." And I was like, "I threw like an hour ago. Why are you still?"
I've already done my my cool downs. Like,
Yeah, like I'm kind of like I'm ready for the next day, you know.
I'm good, coach.
Yeah, you cleared it mentally, and he just brings it back up, and then you're buried.
Well, shit.
That's hilarious.
What's going on with you, Vish?
Yeah, the Blue Jays are good, so my
Every
take
time.
off the last episode looks like I might be a smart guy. I don't know.
Nick might watch baseball. Who knows?
I don't know. You know, that's all I've got. That's all I've really got. I'm just excited to be here, and the Blue Jays are good. I rarely look smart. Most of what I say is just spewing shit. So when the Blue Jays won, literally every single game since we've last spoken, literally every single game they've won. I'm pretty happy about that. So
Yeah.
Let's go.
And everyone, welcome to this podcast episode, right? We're coming really prepared today, I think.
I don't think you need to call it a podcast episode. I think it's just an episode.
I think I have heard people say that you should start calling it a show.
Yeah. We're doing a show here on a podcast
I
episode.
mean, like,
Figure it out.
this is kind of
Yeah.
dope.
No,
How many
It's
descriptors do
real.
you need?
Yeah, Connor
A
looks
podcast
Connor looks
episode
fucking
recording.
legit, bro.
Dude,
All right, you want to get into this shit?
let's do it, baby. What we got?
Talk about a little Hall of Fame episode. Hall of
Gotta
Fame
love
show.
it.
Sorry,
Gotta
Hall of
love
Fame
it.
show.
The segment is
Special guest-
called
Special guest Derek
Is
Jeter.
the Hall
Everyone.
of Fame still relevant? Is the Hall of Fame still relevant? My answer is no, but that's what the segment's called. Q, go ahead.
Yeah, let's start with the two guys that were inducted because apparently we're just not going to let fucking Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame, so we'll just talk about the other two guys, I guess. Starting with
Mhm.
Derek Jeter, the captain. Unanimous, not unanimous. Two people
No.
didn't vote him in, which, again, Nick and I are a big believer that it's fucking really stupid if you do not fucking vote people in like that because
For
you're
sure.
like, oh, I don't want them to be unanimous. That's stupid. Your job is to vote and if they should be in the Hall of Fame. Not on the first
Everyone-
ballot, not on the second ballot. Like your ballot shouldn't change, first of all, from 1 to 10. Like you should vote if he should be in, yes or no. And not if like, oh, I don't want to be in the first or second. If you think he should be in, vote for him, yes or no. Not that it's pretty simple. But yes,
Agreed.
Derek Jeter in. Nick, my question is to you because again, obviously he was a Hall of Famer. We're not going to argue if he should have been or shouldn't have. Like probably Larry Walker, we'll talk a little about. But
Yeah.
is he overrated or underrated at this point?
Oof. Listen, I'm just going to preface with this because I'm not trying to have a hot take right now. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer on my list. I'd have voted for him if I had a vote, which is wildly overrated because I feel like public consumption has portrayed him as a all-time great. And I get, like, I'm fine with that being the case if you're just talking, like, impact on the game and legacy and all this bullshit that means nothing. We were talking about actual value on the field. He was a good player who won some World Series. I think should matter. I mean, I don't think this should hurt you if you don't win any. But winning 5 World Series, whatever he won, I don't really remember. 3, 5, okay. I don't know why I said 3 or 5, but yeah, 5 World Series should help you a little bit. And being the face of those teams, especially in New York, say what you will, but dealing with the media and all that bullshit, which now I guess like this podcast is technically media, so but like dealing with the media and shit like that it matters, and like that's hard to do in New York. It's hard to do anywhere, be the face of a team, but especially in New York. So I think the off the field intangible shit outside of his numbers matter, but his numbers they're good, and he's won a bunch of World Series. So I think he should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. But he is one of the most overrated players of all time. He's got like a 30, 20 OPS, which is really good for a shortstop. He's a good defender and by no means great. And he should be in the Hall of Fame, but people act like he's even a top 30 player of all time. It's disgusting.
So I go back and forward on this one, right? From a number standpoint, like you said, like he's like a career 800 OPS. He has 5 Gold Gloves, but I don't honestly know how he had 5 Gold Gloves because I don't think he was ever.
Gold
the
gloves
best.
mean nothing. They mean literally nothing.
Again, I don't think he was ever the best shortstop at his time, defensively.
Agreed.
But something I'm surprised you said we were like in the Hall of Fame, winning in culture and that and like baseball presence should matter.
Yeah,
And
it should.
And there's not a guy in the past 20 years that has meant more to baseball, except for maybe Griffey, but he was, I guess, a little before that. And something that I watched his Hall of Fame speech. I don't know if you did, and something that really stuck with me was like his one goal was like I wanted to win more than anyone else, and I did that. And ultimately, that's the whole point of sports is the win, and he did that better than anyone. So I was on the overrated train, but at this point, I kind of think he's underrated. Like being around a bunch of people that talk about baseball all day, it's almost like the Bryce Harper effect at this point now. So many people have started calling him overrated. It's like just stuck in the baseball community. It's odd to me. So I'm kind of on the underrated train now for kind of postseason success and like how much he meant to baseball.
For sure. And if your view is on him that he's like outside of the top 20 players ever, then he's probably
and like, again, from a statistic
well-rated.
standpoint, there's guys that are better than him.
No, I mean a lot. Like that's where like I mean I don't know. That's where I'm like I love Jeter and he did so much for the game. But when people call him even like one of the best players ever, I think it's disgusting. But when they're like he should be a Hall of Famer, I'm like no question.
He's a biracial angel.
Biracial.
He is a biracial angel.
It's tough too. You gotta that franchise, the most historical franchise in sports. When you get put into that role, there's so much pressure.
No question. Even A-Rod's talked about that.
And he won World Series his first year.
Yep.
And like imagine that
crazy.
being what you are expecting. I watched his interview, and they said that when did you get the mentality that you're only here to win? Like when did you get that? And he was like, well, I mean, like I've always had it, but like our first year we won the World Series. Like, when that's what you are expecting and like your first experience, like that's tough, dude. New York media, he is, in my opinion, he was my favorite player growing up. Derek Jeter is, he is who like made me want to play baseball. He is who made me love the Yankees when they were making their run with Jorge Posada, Andy Pettitte, like all those guys. Like I knew the entire lineup. I paid attention to as many games as I could solely because of that man wearing the number 2, doing the Jeter throw in the backside of the hole as a shortstop. Like, I love Derek Jeter. There is zero slander that is going to be accepted on right now. So he is a biracial angel. We love him. And to the 2 people that voted no, fuck you.
Yeah, dude. Again,
Agreed.
writers, stop fucking doing that shit. It's stupid.
Yeah. Also, like
your job's like Connor, Nick, and I were talking about this earlier. Your job's not to be like, oh, it should be 100%. Your job is it to yes or no question. Do you think you should be in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Also, I hate
Stop
to
making
say
your job more
but
important.
I don't even know who else is on the ballot right now. Like Miguel Tejada. Don't vote for Miguel Tejada. Just vote for fucking Jeter because like that's who deserves the vote. You don't need your favorite guy to stay on the ballot and he's going to get 11% of the vote. Never going to get in. So don't waste your votes. Like vote who you think should be in. This isn't that hard. Just say yes or no and vote for the guys who's good. Why are you? I don't know. It's so fucking stupid. Anyway.
I think they should they should redo the people that vote, but not tell who else votes. So that way they can't like talk, scheme, and communicate. Like
I don't think they do.
Me either. I think dudes are just dipshits.
Yeah, I think.
They know, bro.
Like, dude, their ballots.
They know because they've made it's public who votes for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but I don't think they're allowed to
Jesus
discuss
Christ.
it before and stuff.
Oh, I bet you they do. About Ken Griffey, the guys one guy that didn't? Do you not think that he talked to like 15 people and said, hey, you voting for him? And they're like, yeah. And so every other person said they were voting for him. He's like, all right, like, I'm not going to because I don't want him
You
to
shouldn't have a
unanimous.
vote, though. Like, if you don't vote for Ken Griffey Jr., you should lose your vote.
And that's what I'm
these
saying.
dudes are
Like,
dipshits.
don't let
They're
them-
If you don't vote for
dipshits.
Derek Jeter, like you should lose your vote.
You don't vote for Barry Bonds. You shouldn't lose your vote. I get it, but I don't get it. But they're good. Okay, it's the soapbox. I'm not going to do that. But the guys who don't vote for Ken Griffey Jr., Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, none of these dudes got 100%.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. Like, you should legitimately never be able to touch a ballot. The Hall of Fame's a joke. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it. It is. It is what it is. Baseball's ruined it.
Hey, I'm giving him one more year.
No, it's a joke.
I'm giving him a year. They have a year.
That's
They still
fair.
can fix it. They
He's
can
not
fix
getting
it
in,
still.
bro.
I'm optimistic. Okay.
Yo, they didn't
If
let
he doesn't,
Kurt-
what you wrong? It's
They
a joke.
haven't
It already
let
is a
Kurt
joke.
Schilling in because they don't like who he is as a human being.
Yeah.
Also,
Like,
Kurt
he-
Schilling said, "I don't want to be on the ballot anymore." And
Kurt
they're
Schilling-
like, they kept him on the ballot just to be like, "We."
And
are
they
in
almost
control."
voted him in
These
because of that.
fucking bitches, man.
Well, I'm saying
Yeah, I
is,
know
like,
because it's the Hall of Fame.
he never
They
got
might get-
voted
they
in
might-
because
they
they
might-
don't like who he is as a human being.
Nick, what was
They
that?
might vote him in out of spite because he's been like, "I don't want to be in the
Remember
Hall of
that- what
Fame."
was that
They might
video
just do
we
it
watched?
because they hate it. Like,
You
they're
talked
they're
yourself
so
into
control
being
freaks.
voted.
Nick, I wish we pulled up that video you sent me last year of the baseball writer that had a vote. Do you remember what
Oh,
he
I
said?
know. Oh, I do. It's fucking Tom Verducci, dude. He acted like it was like he was legitimately carrying the Holy Grail to like
Yeah.
its resting place.
What did he
He was
say
like,
again?
I don't remember, but it was like one stroke for all of mankind. It was like the moon fucking landing quote. He was like, the
He was
weight
like,
of the
yeah,
world in your hands for
yeah, that's what he said.
eternity.
The weight of the world.
The weight of the
resides
world
in
was
my
it.
hand. And I was like, shut up.
And I was like, Tom, dude, did you vote for Ken Griffey Jr.? You probably did, because I mean, you at least have an idea of the history of the game. But
Yeah.
Tom, listen, this isn't about you. No one fucking cares about you. No
Right
one
in the middle of
fucking
the pandemic.
cares. Also, Tom, guess what? Barry Bonds saved your ass, saved all of our asses. The game would be dead without him, Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, all these dudes. Now, this is a steroid soapbox, and I'm not going to get on it, but anyway, there are writers who think their lives matter, and they don't. No one cares about you. You should be known. Their lives matter. Writers' lives matter.
Their writers' lives matter. Nick is saying in a Hall of Fame section of this.
Dudes who think they matter in the history of baseball
They don't matter.
No one
when it
cares
comes
you
to
wrote with the game. No one cares. No one. Yeah. Nobody. Zero people. I don't care.
You are part of the game. You are. But
you shouldn't be, though.
No, you are. It's a very small percent, and
you should be an unbiased lens at which we see the game through. And if you don't vote for Ken Griffey Jr., you are not that. Or Willie Mays or Hank Aaron. There's 60 guys that should have gotten 100% of the vote. Like it makes no sense.
All right, you want to jump over to the next one?
Yeah,
I gotta talk about Larry Walker. Part of the original Blake Street Bombers. Shout out Vinny Castilla. Who else was on there?
Shout out Vinny.
Bichette, Walker. I'm missing somebody. Who was the fourth?
Todd.
Blake Bombers.
Todd was there, right? No, Todd wasn't there.
I wasn't there yet.
Dante, Vinny, Ellis Burke,
and then EY. So shout out that whole squad and team. My first ever baseball game I went to. So shout out to all of them. Larry Walker, his 10th time on the ballot, jumped from I think it was 40% all the way up to making it.
That's cool.
Awesome. I don't understand how he wasn't making in the first place. If this was a Coors thing, this is really stupid. And let me tell you,
dude, it's really stupid.
Let me tell you a couple reasons why if we're looking at statistics, right? That dude has a career 970 OPS. He won an MVP when hitters were putting up insane numbers. He has 8 years over 1,000 OPS. And on top of that, looking at his WAR, he has a 73 WAR, which puts him at 55 all time in between Frank Thomas and Jim Thome. If those aren't Hall of Fame numbers, what are we talking about here? If we're going to put a Coors Field effect on it, it's ridiculous.
Completely agree. Jim Thome is not a person, but I love what you just said, and I'm all on board with what you just said. You said Jim Thome. You said Jim Thome.
No, I didn't.
You said Jim Thome?
I did not say Jim Thome. Run it back.
We have the tape, so we're going to run it back, and you'll hear it tomorrow. This man just said in between Frank Thomas and Jim Thome.
I did not say that.
It is what it is. I'm just going to move on.
Say that?
You did, but it's funny to me. I love it. Anyway, agreed 100%. I don't know how it took this long. Again, the Hall of Fame's a joke. Harold Baines is the Hall of Fame when he has an 820 career OPS when he was a good defensive outfielder. It makes no sense how you get in. I'm not saying it needs to be a fine statistical line, but it seems that what you do doesn't matter as much as it should, and it's all just bullshit. So I'm all in on here with Larry Walker. It should have been earlier. Also, the whole 10th year on the ballot bump thing is bullshit. He should have been in earlier, but the fact he jumped 30% because dudes were oh, he should be in. It's his last year. Let's just not vote for him last year. Because we're old white dudes who are legitimately the dumbest fucking people in the world. Makes no sense. If you think you should be in, vote for him in the first year. If you don't. I'm not saying there should be second and third ballot Hall of Famers. I'm just saying a 30% bump in his 9th to 10th year, a 1 year difference, is ridiculous, and it should never come to that because these guys are idiots. But that's my rack on the Hall of Fame. Larry Walker should have been in. Probably not on the first ballot, but for sure in the second or third for me.
No, all that matters, I'm glad he got in. It's one of those things next year with Barry and stuff, everything can be forgiven.
For sure. And Hall of
Everything
Famers are Hall of Famers. You know what I mean?
Yep, everyone can be forgiven. Connor, you got anything about Larry Walker? Any memories or?
Good man. Like him a lot. I was actually really excited. He was supposed to come down for the All-Star game this year that was being held at Coors Field, and I think there was going to be like a big moment that was going to be held for him at the field and everything like that. But unfortunately, he couldn't come down. And so I don't know what happened. Canadian government, America, COVID. We can see where that's going. But I was really excited. I'm glad that he's in, man. Larry Walker, he's a true baseball guy, and like him a lot. Excited that he's finally in.
Amazing.
I'm not sure. I know legitimately nothing about the third guy, so I'm gonna just say it.
Someone else made it?
Yeah, there was a third guy.
No, there was not. You're lying.
I don't know if it was. I don't think it was a player. I think it was like a fucking owner or something.
Okay.
I don't remember, but I had no
I'm
idea
pretty
who it was.
pretty positive it was only 2 players.
Yeah. And there was a third guy that got inducted, and I was like, who the fuck is this dude?
Oh, I feel really bad. I did not look that.
That's fine. We don't need it. As I said, I don't know who he is. So guess how many points I have? There was one, and the point was I don't know who he was.
There are 2 other guys. I'm looking.
Who other guys? Oh no.
Yeah.
This man claims to be prepared. Can you believe it? I just got that. Your preparation.
Marvin Miller was a baseball executive who served for the MLB Players Association through 1966 to 1982. He was on the player union, and then
I'm going to be honest. Marvin probably did so much for the players. Just should not be a Hall of Famer. Like, I don't give a fuck what you did.
I do.
There should be 2 separate Hall of Fames. Like, one for the players and one for the
I like you because to me, about the Hall of Fame's all about like you walk down and be able to see.
Sure.
Like you walk down in all of baseball history, you should have like a good understanding of it.
Agreed. You should get a bust.
If you made that much of an impact in the game as an executive, I don't know what he did, but like there's only 4 or 5 GMs in the Hall of Fame ever, so like it's pretty exclusive.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. It's that rare to get in. Granted, players that are fucking anyway.
And then Ted Simmons did, who played.
That's the one I saw.
It wasn't as a player, I don't think.
I have no idea who that is. I'm gonna be honest with you. Never even heard of him.
He played 18 years in the big leagues, but he retired in 1988, so there's no way.
That makes me upset that I don't know who he is, but never heard of him still. I stand by my word. I have never heard of Ted Simmons.
Anyway, we're going to go to sticking with the Hall of Fame talk.
Please, get me off Ted Simmons. I'm going to kill myself by 18 years in the big leagues. God damn it.
I was at work today, and Connor had this whole thing kind of started.
You went to work on a Thursday?
I was at work today, and I had some coworkers talking about who would be in the Hall of Fame right now if the MLB, if their careers just ended right now, who would be in the Hall of Fame? So I found 21 players that were kind of borderline or like for sure already in, and I listed them all, sent them to Nick, and we're gonna go over all of them real quick if they're in the Hall of Fame, yes or no. Try to go through them pretty quick. Nick, we're gonna start. We'll go with the easy one first. Albert Pujols.
And not even close. Not an argument.
He's
600 home runs. He's one of the best players of all time.
Easy one because his career's kind of already over, and would have been a Hall of Famer 5 years ago.
Probably a top 10 player ever. He probably used steroids at some point. That's a hot take of mine. But
he won 3 MVPs, and one of them he won in 2006. So he broke Barry Bonds' 4 MVP streak. So that alone might get you in the Hall of Fame. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's the Derrick Rose breaking up LeBron 3 or 4 years.
Next, I'm gonna give you. Let's go with Jacob deGrom.
Not yet for me.
Not yet.
No, he's got a shot, but good shot, but not yet.
So I was kind of torn on this one, just because his short period has been so dominant. I was thinking something like Koufax, who didn't play that long and was just so dominant. They were like, oh, he has to be in.
Yeah.
And I was looking at career WAR, and I was trying to figure out
Mhm.
where he kind of sat there. He was only at a 40, which kind of put him around an area where there weren't like there were some Hall of Famers, but he's at the way bottom of the list of pitchers.
DeGrom, right?
Yeah, there's like 87,
Yeah.
and like I think a lot of the guys at the bottom here are relievers. So I'm gonna hold him off with the no as well for now. But again, I think future he probably for sure is.
Like he's probably like 32, especially if like he continues to be an ace and somewhat healthy for the next like 3 or 4 years. And if the Mets make a deep playoff run and he has some like impact beyond just being himself, I mean he's a good shot at being a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think it's just
like a
Matt
Baumgartner postseason.
Yeah, and that's
I mean even just like winning.
That's what I was going to next.
Mad Bum.
What do you think?
I didn't look at his numbers. I'm going to say no, but it's close. Like, I could see an argument for yes just because of the postseason numbers.
Yeah.
And I might even say yes, honestly.
I'm also going to go no. It's tough because he had a 4-year stretch. So he was an all-star for 4 years in a row. And the hardest he got in the Cy Young, though, was 4th. His best year was 18-9 out of 2-9. And I guess a lot of his big moments come in the postseason, which is amazing. But I don't think he has the regular season numbers to do it. And with his decline, also, I don't think he will get in the Hall of Fame.
That's my big thing, dude. If he went to the Diamondbacks and was even like a solid middle of the rotation arm, like I could get it. And again, if someone votes yes for him, I actually understand because like I think postseason numbers should probably matter.
Mm-hmm.
More than people count them for, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, they should not matter more than your overall numbers because there's the body of work in the regular season is so large and it's such a long season and all that kind of stuff. But, like, he was so dominant in the postseason, especially for a number of years, especially the 1 year. Like, I couldn't blame anyone for voting for him, but the Diamondbacks showings it's just been so fucking bad that I can't do it. But I would get it. Like, if someone said yes because he's been a number 2 in the Giants for his whole career, if not an ace some years, and then he was an ace his entire playoff career there and helped them win a couple World Series, like I'd get it. You know what I mean?
Next, we're going to go to Craig Kimbrell.
Not even close, yeah, for me.
Yeah, no, he's kind of one, like, if we're not going to let him in, then are we just letting Rivera and Raleigh Fingers in? Or are those the only closers?
And Hoffman, yeah. It's literally Raleigh, Hoffman, and Rivera. And Rivera are the 2 best closers ever.
Kimbrell is 5th in saves right now, above Raleigh Fingers. So, like,
yeah. And Lee Smith's a closer in there, but he's probably in front of Lee Smith. I think Lee Smith is 6th right now. Kimbrell is one of the best pitchers of all time already.
He's a little behind him.
Okay, Smith is 3rd?
Yeah, he's 3rd.
Okay, that makes sense.
He's actually a lot behind him. He's not going to catch Lee Smith.
He will. Smith is 500, right?
Yeah, 478. So you need, I guess, 33. Yeah, he'll easily catch him.
Yeah, he will.
Does he have a shot at 600?
No, I mean, dude, I think he won't catch Rivera. He might. How many does Hoffman have?
601. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, what is he at right now? I looked, but I can't remember exactly.
He's at 372 right now. The thing that's crazy is, so I was reading an article from 2018 about this. Would he be a Hall of Famer right now? And this is after he had 2 years after his Cubs, and he was throwing at a 6. And they're like, oh, he dropped off too hard, and like he just came back with the Cubs. I mean, his first 2 years with the Cubs.
Yeah, first year and a half was fucking horrendous. Then in the middle of his second year, he just became Craig Kimbrell again. Better, dude. This year he's better, the best he's ever been. And I'm sure he'll decline somewhat because he's throwing hard now, but not as hard. He's a fastball curveball guy. Like, he's going to deteriorate a little bit. But if he can even just stay relevant to a degree for the next 3 or 4 years, I mean, he has a chance at being a top 3 closer, maybe a top 2 closer ever. He's for sure one of the best already, and he'll be a Hall of Famer. He should 100% be a Hall of Famer right now, no questions asked, if he get hit by a bus tomorrow.
Yep. What about Christian Yelich?
Nah, I love Yelich. I'd kill for him to be on the Cubs. I would like to hate him, but I can't. I love him. 2 incredible seasons. Been really good on the Brewers. Really good player. would love for him to get there. I don't even think he will, but he could. I mean, who knows? But yeah, I don't think he is.
He's tough because he didn't unlike a lot of Hall of Famers, he didn't come out of the gate running with just insane numbers. He kind of came his first All-Star game was 26 when he won the MVP. Yeah. And then he's kind of a couple injuries here too. So I'm gonna say no, and probably not making it if he kept his pace. But he if he could pull another like 3 years of like what he did,
MVPs,
maybe he could. But as of now, no.
Yeah, because like dude, that guy's incredible for whatever 3 years, 2.5 years there in Milwaukee. And he's having a down year this year. I get all that. I feel like he'll bounce back to at least being better than this year. But yeah, he probably won't make it unless he returns to his old, monster self. But I love Yelich. I actually love him. He's the man.
So far, Nick and I are agreeing on everything. Haven't got the borderline ones yet. Nelson Cruz.
Nah.
I'm going yes.
Yeah, I get it. I can't be that upset by it either.
It's the totals for me. The longevity of it.
Yeah.
450 career home runs.
Jesus Christ. I didn't look at him. That's ridiculous.
Is a number that kind of gets me. And
what's his career WAR?
Yeah, that's the thing that gets me. It's like a 45. It's not great because he only DH'd.
Exactly. That's why the only reason I said no, I assumed he was like high 300s career home runs, and then he didn't play defense. But 450 is like he should get in. I mean, I'm going to stick with no. I'm going to defend no. He doesn't play defense, so like, how can you?
And he'll have 2,000 hits by the time he's done.
Yeah,
well.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, it's just kind of the longevity numbers for me. I'm like, I think he makes it. It's close. It's really close to me though, but I think he makes it.
41 too. He's still playing better than he's ever played. He's 41, which is crazy.
Scherzer. You good?
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
I had to think about it. Like I don't know. The start of his career is fine. I don't know like he is now.
The 3 Cy Youngs are kind of like
and the World Series, especially last year. Like and he was
a lot.
Yeah.
He's led the league in wins 5 times, which I know you don't care about wins a lot, but
it shouldn't matter though.
Again, Hall of Fame stuff, I think like these matter a lot more than how we evaluate players. He also has he has what it was like 8 times under a career WHIP under 1.
Yeah, I mean he's an all-timer for the last 10 years,
And the thing is, I think he still has a couple more years of dominance. But again, right now, even I think he's pitched long enough, and I think I would say yes as well.
Yeah, me too. And you see him like you said.
And again, I think
he needs it, but
that World Series helped a lot. I think.
Yeah, like I think he'd have made it regardless, but the World Series just like puts him over the top. I think he'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer now. It's just like the only thing I would even struggle with in my voters might it would be like the Tigers' early start. Not that he was even bad, but he was like a solid 2. I feel like when he was in the Tigers, then he went to the Nats. I think the Nats, wherever he was. The Nats right after the Tigers. It was, yeah.
Let's talk why he was a solid 2 though. Justin Verlander.
For sure.
Yeah. And Verlander is automatic.
Yeah, I mean he'll get in for sure. I think Scherzer gets him in over him. I like Scherzer more than him, honestly, which sounds crazy, but
no, I agree. His numbers are better actually, Nick.
I believe it. Yeah.
But the postseason success helps a lot too.
For sure.
He has less Cy Young than him, but that MVP year is just
that's also part of it.
So dominant. When he went 24-5 with what a 2.4 ERA.
It's crazy, man.
And he has a 72 career WAR as a pitcher. That's really tough to beat.
Yeah. Like he'll get in for sure. Scherzer and him both get in for sure.
Did we say Bryce Harper already?
I don't think you did. No.
All right, let's go Bryce Harper.
No, not yet.
Yeah, he's one of those ones I think is close because of the whole base, like what's done with Jeter.
Yeah.
The whole baseball story with him is just so awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm counting it as I think he's going to win the MVP this year. So like we can talk about that later, but like right now I think he's going to win it.
Yeah.
And second MVP he almost had a third if he didn't slip on a base.
Yeah.
It's close, but I'm also going to say no. I know it's really fucking close, but I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I agree. It is close, but I'll say no as well.
I think he will. It will be.
Yeah.
Like his longevity numbers are going to be so good because he started at 19. As long as he plays,
he walks a lot.
baseball till he's
not-
34, he's
Yeah.
good.
He'll be fine. And he will for sure. He's fucking under contract for another 9 years.
Mookie Betts.
Ah, nah.
Yeah, he hasn't. The thing that helps him so much is he's on the Red Sox when they were so good when he was so young. So he was brought into our eyes so early, and I don't think
And he was really good. Yeah,
before he was in his prime.
yeah. He was like really good, but he was not. He's not even. I mean, I don't know. He's really good, but
he has that one MVP, which in my opinion Trout should have won that year.
yeah,
But then there's another year that he should have won.
Yeah.
That Trout won, so it kind of evened out.
Yeah.
His numbers don't really pop out though, but I just think he's gonna win so much over time because do you have 2 with the Red Sox?
No, just one.
14 did they
just one?
One year
but
did they win?
also,
Yeah,
2018. Also with him, like defense, like his WAR. What's his WAR right now?
49.
Yeah, but dude, think how old he is. Was he 29?
28.
Yeah, that's crazy. 40.
Yeah.
Like he's 49. Like I mean, I'm comparing him to one of the best players of all time, Mike Trout.
Mm-hmm.
Has what 70 high 70s career WAR, and he's 30. Like he's has a lot of WAR for 28 because he's a good defender. He's a slightly worse hitter than everyone acts like he is. He's an unbelievable hitter in his career, but like everyone assumes he's like, no. Hey. Like what's his career OPS? What is it, like an 880? Like 890?
890.
Yeah.
And then that's with 2 years of 1,000 also.
For sure. That's what I'm saying. Like he's a really good hitter, but it's just like people act like he's Mike Trout or like for sure the second best player in the game. You know what I mean? And I don't. He's for sure a top 10 player, probably top 5 for me.
He's put himself in conversations like that because of postseason success as well, though.
For sure. And I'm not discounting him or anything. I'm just saying people will act like that, and I'm saying like, yeah, he will get there for sure because he's young and he has the time, but he's not yet.
Yeah. And okay, here are the 2 I'm putting them together, Nick. But I'll start. I think you're gonna know once I say one who I'm talking about the other.
I already know who you're gonna say right now. Currently,
Buster Posey, I'll start with first.
Okay. Yeah, out of the air.
Yeah, it's Buster and Yachty are like, if you put one in, you put the other, right? If you don't put either of them in. Is that kind of where we're at? I know it's weird. I know it's weird to group them together, but
I think Buster's better. But I'm also horrifically biased, and I also think they probably should both be in.
Connor, do you have anything to say about those 2? Look like you're shaking your head.
So I think
this was tough for me. This one was really tough for me.
I think
been hard for me for a long
time. I think Buster Posey's the fact that he was Rookie of the Year. He was a part of the San Francisco Giants winning the 3 different World Series, and they also came back from a major injury. The fact I think he's a Hall of Famer. First ballot, no. I think he's on there for a couple of years. Might be like a Larry Walker type situation. But then I think Yachty's for sure, yes. I think they're in the same boat, but I think they're both like, without a doubt, in 20 years, 15 years, whenever we're doing the same talk like we're doing with Larry Walker and Derek Jeter. I think it's going to be pretty obvious that they deserve to be in.
So why this one was so hard for me is, do you guys know how many catchers are in the Hall of Fame?
Like 5. There's 0. There's legitimately none.
Yeah, there's 16.
Yeah,
and like a lot
horrific.
Of them like a long time ago too.
Yeah, it's like Jimmy Fox played first base. It's like Carlton Fisk not even Hall of Famer.
Like Johnny Benchiogi, And
Yeah.
then like anything recently was Pudge.
Pudge, who
Trout.
took steroids. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like,
So it's
My-
like it's such a tough position because you like I almost like when I was looking at all the other hitters, I was comparing them to every hitter.
yeah,
When I was comparing them, I was just comparing them to catchers because like it's like their position so different.
Yeah, exactly.
So what I went by was there's a bunch of guys in here that with under 2,000 hits, which they both do. Yachty has a little more, I believe. Yachty has
Jeez.
21. Yachty has 2,100. Sorry, so he has a lot more. He also just played 5 more years more, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yachty's probably a better defensive catcher than Posey.
Mhm.
Posey, they both have a lot of postseason success.
Yeah, that's the huge thing also.
And what kind of helps me on both of them is they've both been a part of some amazing pitching moments
Yeah, that's a good point.
that just really help push like all the no hitters like that Posey's been a part of. Some like stellar starts that Wainwright's been a part of.
For sure.
So I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know. I really don't know where to lean. If you put a
I
gun
get
to
it.
if you put a gun to my head right now, I'd probably say yes, just because those two kind of just defined a generation of catchers.
I mean, yeah, and
And
winning.
I don't think, and kind of being biased, I don't think we're gonna have another 2 catchers for a while.
No, I agree. Also, what's Yachty's career OPS? It's got to be like, what, 790, 800 maybe?
It's so Posey's 830 and then Yachty's 730.
730. Damn, it's that low.
Yeah.
That's like Yachty's harder for me. I almost think I'd rather have him in, and I hate Yachty or Molina, and I hate the Cardinals. Yachty doesn't really one of my least favorite players to ever live.
Yeah.
But like, it's just like I think he legitimately might be the best defensive catcher ever.
Yeah.
Because not even because of skill, of course, because of skill, he's if not the best, one of the best skill wise and just talent wise and ability, but also longevity wise. This guy still catches 100 plus games a year. That's crazy.
Easy, man. I was thinking about that. I was like, because next year's
crazy.
year's gonna be his last year, and I was like, dude, that dude's still gonna catch 150 games.
Yeah, and
fuck.
they lean on him like crazy.
It's
Also,
crazy.
his numbers with like the pitching staff, it's like a full point ERA, if not more than that, lower when he catches.
I don't like that stuff, but like them, I kind of do, man. Like,
But
they've
also,
been around
he's
so
been
long.
doing it for 20 years. Yeah, it's like it's not like it's
Mhm.
one season. Like
Yeah.
he has the proven understanding of his staff and just of course like throwing and his feet and his hands and all that kind of stuff and blocking. Like he's incredible. So I think he should make it. I hate to say that because I hate him. Posey, of course, slightly worse defensively, but still really good defensively.
His
And
MVP
just has the
helped
bat.
a lot,
Yeah,
too.
and the MVP. That's like where Posey has been the elite bat. Yachty's never been that. Will never be that.
Yeah.
But like, if there's one Cardinal that should make it out of the last 15 years for me, it's Yachty or Molina. It's not even close. So like, I think it's got to be Yachty, and then Posey's got to get in too. Because someone on the Cardinals, if I live the last 20 years, has got to get in. And for me, there's no one that shit over Yachty. And then Posey, I kind of say the same thing about like on that Giants team. Like, who do you like over Posey? Like, I don't think anybody in that MVP so much.
Crawford's a no, obviously. Belt's
Yeah,
a
he can't
no.
Yeah.
None of their pitchers.
The pitchers were never too old. Like, yeah, Kane wasn't good long enough. Lincecum wasn't good long enough. Yeah, none of these guys pitched long enough to.
Even Brian Wilson or Romo.
Yeah. And those guys had great careers. I'm not knocking these dudes. It's just Posey has been the dude forever and has had the highest highs. You know what I mean?
Again,
and the consistency.
If all these guys, there's a reason we're talking about them. If we're bringing these guys up that we could end their career right now and maybe make the Hall of Fame, it says a fucking lot.
Yeah, no doubt.
Let's get through the rest of them. Let's go Nolan. Nolan Arenado.
No.
He's a no. I also kind of agree. And then Chris Bryant.
No.
Also no. Yeah. Again.
And of course, yes, but a no.
Do they have shots? Yes.
Yes.
Will they probably make it? I would probably lean both of them.
Yeah. I mean, for Nolan and Chris.
Yeah.
I think Chris has got a better chance.
Chris to me's ahead for sure.
Yeah, dude. Nolan this year has hurt him so much.
Yeah, that and the World Series again. Like I'm a bit like
No, agreed.
yeah.
Chris
The
won the
World-
most iconic World Series in the last 100 years.
Also, the MVP
Yeah,
is huge.
for sure. And like story of baseball, Golden Spikes rookie year MVP, only guy to ever do that.
Like dominant player all the way through college too.
For sure.
And just like that guy that could finally turn it all around. Obviously Rizzo too, but
No, I agree. I agree with you. I don't. Who's our best player. He's the most likely to make the Hall of Fame during that era. And like just a storybook, his whole statistics as well in the World Series. All of it.
Nick, you ready?
Yeah.
Zach Greinke.
That is hard, man. That is so hard. I'm gonna go no.
You should have looked.
I don't know.
You should have looked at his numbers. It's an
He's
easy
so
yes.
good.
Easy yes. Dude, I was fucking shocked, Nick. Nick, I knew he was good. I was so fucking shocked.
It's the Kansas City Cy Young, and then just been dominant for so long, you know?
Nick. He's a career 3-3 guy at year 18. He's pitched 18 years in the big leagues.
Yeah, that's incredible.
He's got a 70 WAR. Like he's a lock to me. I didn't know he played that long. One and Nick, you're muted.
Oh,
there you go.
Okay, 70 WAR.
Yeah, it's 70 career WAR. Has the Cy Young. Has a World Series now. He has 219 career wins. Like, he's thrown over 3,000 innings. It's a lock for me at this point.
He's a 70 WAR.
Yeah.
It's the only number that I'm really struggling with here. I'm struggling with that. Like, you tell me a guy has a 3-3 career.
For 18 years, though. Like,
no, I get it. Well, it's just longevity with him.
Nick, he threw it a 1-6 at one point.
No, I am aware. Jake Arrieta won the Cy Young.
Yeah, he won the Cy Young.
I'm aware of what he threw out in the Dodgers that year. I'm a fucking don't test my ass.
Also, I just want to throw this as a side note. Have you ever seen the story of Zach Greinke's like early career? Man, that dude's a weirdo.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about what you're talking about, but yes, he's a weirdo. Very weird.
In 2006, he only threw 3 innings in the big leagues because he wanted to play minor league baseball.
Makes no fucking sense.
It was his 3rd year in the league. He was like, I want to be a shortstop. And they're like, what? Why? The Royals were like, what do you mean? And then he like threatened to quit a couple times. He was like, I'm going to go mow lawns.
What?
And they were like, what? Nick, I'll send you this whole video I watched. I was like, what is going on? And then he would ask Scout, he's like, I'm going to come scout high school games with you. And you're like, dude, we play this weekend. Like, you can't just go.
Like, what do you mean, Zach?
He was like, no, I want to come with you and scout high school kids. And you're like, you what do you mean you're throwing Friday? Yeah, but he wanted to be like a shortstop. He was like, this sucks. I hate this. Send me back to the minors. But yes, we're talking about his Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Famer to me. It's not even a question. It's easy. You should have looked at his numbers, man. I didn't know he pitched 18 years in the big leagues. Yeah, it's a lock to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I agree with you because like Mike Messina is doing shit, but like in my head, like he'd be fringe. 3-3 is just not. It's good. You're right. He should be in.
Yeah. Let's go, Mike Trout, the guy I hate apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know how that started.
What?
Should I just fucking keep going to the Mike Trout hate guy?
Hey, do I just need to pull up you saying last week that you don't even care if he comes back to the game of baseball? You don't want to watch him? Do I just
listen? I didn't.
You did say that. You actually said that.
Play that again, or
hey, listen.
Verbatim.
I fucking love Mike Trout. I want him to be back. Obviously, he's the best player in baseball. And Nick, is he a Hall of Famer right now?
No question asked.
No question. It's not even fucking close.
Yeah.
That dude's got a career. That dude's got a career. What is it, Nick? 76.
1,000.
He
Yeah.
was a 76 WAR, and he's played 100. He's played 10 years, and he's
And that
29.
hurt. Yeah. I mean,
Going
that's-
on. Will he ever? Will he be first ever? No, he will not. But I hope he can try. In WAR.
Agreed.
There's that. Where's Barry Bonds? Is Barry Bonds at the highest WAR? Right.
Babe Ruth does, but like position player war, Barry does.
Well, Barry.
Well,
The problem
they
with
pitch.
Barry Bonds has a season worth of wins as his WAR. So that's just tough to fucking beat. You
Yeah,
know,
I think Babe is like 160 and Barry has like 163 or whatever. But the Babe has like 180 something because he pitched.
Nick. Let's go Miguel Cabrera.
Not even a remote question.
Not even question, right? Just
First ballot.
Just hit
Everyone vote for him. Everyone.
just hit a fifth hundred home run.
500th. I got you.
2 MVPs. World Series as a youngin. Sorry,
This
Nick.
dude's at 500 3 times.
500.
There you go. Anyway, yeah, agreed.
You know, I think he's close. But he's got to. I'm gonna start over. Give me a sec. I think he's close, and the only reason he's in is he has to. Wait for the punchline. And he's got to thank one person, and that's Steve Bartman for winning him that World Series. Sorry, I said to get that one in. I know, obviously he's all of him.
I mean, that would have hurt me 6 years ago, but now it's not hurt me at all. So,
Yeah.
But that's a good joke.
Yeah, sorry.
No, yeah, I mean,
Not deliver it well though.
No, you butchered that pretty hard.
Not real hard. Let's go, John Lester.
I mean, I want to say yes so bad, and I think he has an argument, but I'm gonna say no.
I'm also go no. If you're talking,
I think he might get in though.
he's a 3.7 career ERA. Great
that's good.
postseason career success. 44 WAR. If we're going stats, Greinke's blow him out of the water. If you can't have
No
Greinke,
question.
you can't have
No
Lester.
question. Did Greinke? He doesn't have a World Series though.
Greinke?
No,
The Astros.
he didn't win with the Astros. He was in Diamondbacks.
Was he?
Want to bet right now?
Wasn't he traded at the break for?
Let's bet right now. I'll bet you right now. $20.
believe you. I believe you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm gonna just confirm though.
Yeah, confirm for me. But if we're not betting, confirm right now. Yeah, don't let them know. But I'm 95% sure.
Did he pitch in a World Series? That's why I'm thinking of. He's
Is
been
it-
into a World Series.
Is it with the Royals? No,
No, he definitely won one, right?
no, I don't. I really don't think so. This has been Royals, Diamondbacks, Dodgers.
Who
Astros.
won it? Who won it 2019? The Nationals.
It was on the Nationals.
The Nationals beat the Astros. Is that what I'm thinking?
Yeah, he probably pitched with
Yeah,
that. Yeah. Wait,
yeah.
no, they didn't.
Yeah, he did. He was there 2019. Did that? Did they who played each other?
Who played the Nationals? I can't remember now. I'm gonna be honest. You're probably right. I can't remember. I don't know how.
I don't think they. 2019 he pitched. Did the Astros make the World Series in 2019? Is my question.
I mean, if he pitched in the World Series, then for sure. Because that's
I
who
don't know if
he's
he
on.
pitched in the World Series.
What's up?
I'm looking if he pitched in the World Series.
2019. So over.
He threw. Yeah, he did. Man, he started Game 7
Sucks to suck.
against Scherzer. What a game!
Oh my god.
We
Oh, that's
really,
where the home
we
team won 0 games.
yeah, we underappreciated that World Series. Holy shit.
I'm gonna be honest. I watched literally 0 of that World Series because I was devastated at the Cubs. With the Cubs results.
That's fair. Lester's out. Let's go.
Let me just give it the fucking argument for Lester. Great story himself with cancer and shit, coming back from that. 2, the Red Sox won one of the most iconic World Series ever. And if it's not the most iconic, the second most iconic.
Was he on the 2014?
No, he won in 2007, actually. But
Yeah, so what? No, that's not. I'm not giving you that
he's
one.
pretty much part of 2014. He was in the organization, so we're counting it. All right, so he was on that Red Sox dynasty. One of the biggest faces of that, and then went over to the Cubs and was arguably the most. He was the first piece that was like, "Hey, I have a laminate copy of the Sports Illustrated article cover that came out, and it was like the Lester factor. Our odds like legitimately halved when we signed him for that humongous contract for 6 years, 150 million, whatever it was, like 155, I think." Which was the best contract in Cubs history because he delivered and then some. But just with the postseason numbers, he's probably like a 2.5 career postseason ERA if I had to guess. And the longevity, he's got a chance. I think I would vote for him, but I'm horrifically biased. Granted, I think he'll get a lot of votes and he has a chance. So
I don't want to burst your bubble on that one. He's a 4-2 in the playoffs.
forget I said anything.
Nick's like, you know what? Move on.
Never mind.
Dude, he was so good with the Cubs, though, in the playoffs. That has to be the Red Sox. I've watched every postseason start that guy has. Like, the guy fucking dominates in the playoffs.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong guy.
Thank the Lord. I was about to say, that cannot be
I'm
good.
actually... Wow, that's embarrassing.
Who is it?
It was Clayton Kershaw.
Oh,
Which is... Honestly, that hurts me. Holy shit.
That's the funniest shit I've ever seen in my entire life, by the way.
He's a 2.5, Nick.
I am a god. I hate you for just literally butchering my take. I just nailed it on the
Nick
head.
almost just cried. He almost just went home and was like, my whole life is just a lie.
Also, I literally got it exactly without looking, and you said you missed it by 1.7 ERA points. And I was like, in reality, I literally hit the nail directly on the head. I didn't attempt to guess the second decimal because I didn't know it, but I knew it was around like 2.4 to 2.6, so I just went 2.5. I literally nailed it. And you told me I missed it by literally almost 2 points.
That hurts me going to the next guy, Clayton Kershaw. Obviously, Clayton's still in. I don't care.
I mean, no questions asked, Hall of Famer.
Man, but
John Lester,
starting with the Clayton 4-2 postseason is not what I wanted to start with. I'm not going to lie to you.
It's the only knock against him, though. The only knock.
Yeah.
And he still won the World Series, even though it's a fucking candy-ass World Series.
His stretch is like the Sandy Koufax stretch, though, where he's just so dominant that we were questioning, is he the greatest pitcher ever? So he's in.
Also, he's like one of the most consistent guys ever. He didn't throw over a 3 until he was like 31. So like it's not really close for me.
Yeah,
If
and
you don't
when he
go
was,
for him, you're a fucking idiot.
you were exactly right. He did throw over a 3 at 31.
I know things.
It was a
I
303.
didn't research any of that either. John Lester over that. I took no clue.
303, Nick.
Well, I could have told you that. I'm aware of that.
And he's having the worst year of his career at a 3.39.
Yeah, that's
Like,
just,
what do we
that's
do?
just hilarious. That is hilarious. I'm gonna be honest, it's hilarious. It's like Zach Greinke's career, right? He's in the worst year of his career. Anyway,
Nick, let's go Joey Votto.
now I want to say yes, but I won't. I don't want to say yes. I don't even like Joey, but I'm gonna say no. I get the argument for. I'm sure he's on base of over 400. Probably is 300 career home runs. It's just not there for me. Not yet.
I'm going to go yes. The MVP, again, huge for me. He's a career 940 OPS. Has a 64 WAR. He has 324 home runs. Has 1,000 RBIs.
He'll be a fringe guy. He won't be first ball.
And has over 2,000 hits. So I'm gonna lean yeah. He's also led the league 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times in on base percentage.
Okay, good.
He's a career 417 on base. Yeah, so I'm gonna lean yeah. Nick, we're losing you a little bit, but we're gonna keep going anyway.
Are you listening to me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool. Sorry,
Right,
I was
Nick,
talking about
I
my
wasn't
favor.
gonna have this person in. This will be the last person, but you said you wanted to keep him in. Giancarlo Stanton, what do you got for me?
I would
You said
be
You said you're a hot take.
I would be a vehement. Is vehement a word?
I don't know. It sounds
Hold on.
like
I had to charge my phone. Sorry, folks. If you're listening, I'm the worst. Sorry. Is vehement a word?
You're asking the wrong person.
All right. I'm gonna violently. I'm just gonna say violently. I would violently attack you for saying he's a Hall of Famer, but I'm gonna say it just because the Marlins need a Hall of Famer, and he's probably the best player in Marlins history.
They got Miggy.
I mean, Miggy's a Tiger for sure. Stan retires right now. He's a Marlin for sure. He probably is close to 250 career home runs as a Marlin, which is the only reason I'm voting him in. Because again, every team's got to have a Hall of Famer. Stan's good. He shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame.
Just got there first.
Yeah, well, the Rockies suck just as much as the Marlins.
Hey, the two expansion teams together.
Stan also hit 60 home runs pretty much in a season. It's 59, but whatever.
I'm going to say no. I didn't think this was kind of close, but
it's not close.
I could see how you make an argument.
Give me his home runs, WAR, and
home runs huge, 340. That's
OPS.
Great start.
Yeah,
OPS,
that's really good.
OPS 900. Also,
that's not bad. That's good. That's actually good. Yeah.
Good. The WAR is 43.
He doesn't play defense.
Yeah,
he does, but not really.
His offense WAR is 38. So it's like all of it.
That's tough. I mean, I'm going to stand by it again because if he retires a Marlin, they don't have anybody and they need somebody. So I'm going to say yes.
All right.
I know his plaque.
I like
just the first Marlin, but I mean, he should not be Hall of Fame right now. Eventually, maybe, who knows? But I'm just saying right now, it's not even close. No, but I'm going to say yes because the Marlins need somebody. So anyway, that's my take.
I like it. Let's that's the Hall of Fame talk. Let's get to the wild card stuff and kind of wrap this up.
I'm in.
All right, it's official. The Blue Jays won again, beat the Yankees. So
10 in a row now.
The Blue Jays have won 8 in a row, and the Yankees have lost 6 in a row. Since last time we talked, the Yankees were in a clear lead of having the first wild card, and I think Boston was like maybe 2 or 3 back, and then Oakland was like 2 back, Seattle maybe 2 back, and then Toronto was like 5.5 at this point now. And Nick's projection was to have New York and Toronto in. We might see Boston and Toronto after them winning 8 in a row and New York losing 6. Nick, what's your thought about maybe New York being out of the playoffs again?
Yeah, I mean, I don't love the Yankees. Like, they don't have a closer, and that matters a lot. And their starting pitching depth is for sure in question. Their lineup's good, so, like, I have no idea what they're, like, I don't love the Yankees, but I like them a lot more than I like the Red Sox. The Red Sox have one really fucking good starter and a half bullpen, so, like, I'm not sure how – I mean, they're very similar, honestly. The Yankees and Red Sox both rake, have one dominant starter and, like, half a pen.
I don't know if you watched, but how do you feel about the Yankees pulling up Gill?
I mean, last I've seen, he's legitimately been one of the best pitchers in the big leagues, so I love it.
So, again, I know you really hadn't seen him much before I talked to you about him the first time.
Yeah, I knew who he was, but I had watched him literally.
I watched him throw like 3 or 4 times, and he's doing exactly what he's doing in the big leagues.
Yeah, his slider's fine, but he throws cheddar.
He throws cheddar. His slider's pretty good, honestly. His changeup's all right. His stuff's pretty nasty in general. It just pops out of his hand. But he has a problem, which you can't have this problem in the big leagues. He is wild.
For sure. I mean, dude,
Nick's last outing yesterday went 3 innings with 6 strikeouts and 7 walks.
Yeah, it's a massive problem.
That cannot happen. He went 3 innings, 3 runs. Like, that can't be reliable for a postseason push. Move him to the bullpen now for the rest of the year. You cannot start him.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I know he's been good, but and I don't really have anyone else. I get it, but
that's my only concern. Like,
yeah.
dude, I legitimately don't know.
Keel will be a good starter and will be one of the better arms in the future. It's too risky to have a guy out there right now that's going to walk 7, 8 guys.
Like, is it Jordan Montgomery? Like, is he their next best starter? I legitimately don't know.
Oh, yeah. The drop off is bad. The scary part is you get him in a wild card game.
It's Cole in that lineup.
Dude, it's Cole.
But even then, they don't have a 9th inning guy. Chapman
doesn't matter, bro. You need
horrendous.
Cole. It doesn't matter. You need Cole. He'll go 9 at that point.
I guess that's fair. And he's incredible.
Yeah.
Because, like, Chad Green's good, but that dude cannot throw a 9th inning. And Tony Watson not Tony Watson, Zach Britton's been horrendous in the 9th inning. And then Chapman's been obviously horrendous. So, I don't know. Yeah, the Yankees and Red Sox are similar. I still probably like the Yankees a little bit more because the Rizzo and Gal acquisitions, again, just like their teams did something. I'm not saying they probably paid too much, but I'm just saying they did something at the deadline where, like, Schwarber to play first base is, I don't hate Carl Schwarber, but it was just really random. And Dahlbeck's hitting again, so it's weird.
Austin ended up beating the Rays tonight, so that's a huge win for them.
Yeah, it's massive, actually.
There's 20 games left, Nick.
That's so crazy.
Do you want to stick with your Yankees Toronto?
I mean, yeah, I might as well,
Yeah. I'll stick with Oakland.
I think Toronto's the best bet to win also. They have the best roster. They do the most of the deadline. And they're just up and down the deepest.
I would agree. If you put them in a 7-game series of those 3
they're better than the Red Sox.
Toronto's the best one. The problem is in a one game.
I get it. No, I agree. I'm seeing as far as making the playoffs because they can go Ray, Ryu back, whatever, Ryu, and fucking what's his face, Barrios the entire rest of the year. Like, that's a really good 1, 2, 3 to just be able to roll out the rest of the year. Okay, nice.
Barrios through. He went 6 innings, 2 runs, 8 punch outs, 6.2 innings, 2 runs. So yeah, he did his job.
Yeah,
and some.
Yeah, that's right. And they're good. I mean, it is what it is. They've got to throw.
They have 4 bombs. The Blue Jays. Bo hit 1, Gierchik hit 1, and Guerrero hit 1.
Yeah, and their lineup's good. So I mean, they're and their bullpen's good. So they're it's fine. They're a good team. It is what it is. I mean, they're the best team of any AL team that's going to win. Any AL wildcard team, they're the best team.
NL situation is kind of looking the same. San Diego's and Cincinnati are kind of the 2 fighting now, and then St. Louis Phillies are kind of out looking in. We'll kind of nothing really to talk about there as of now still.
No, I mean, nothing's changed. The Cardinals can't pitch. The Padres can't pitch. And, yeah, I mean, the Reds are good. The roster's good. I've never best team, but, I mean, they're the Reds, so.
Oh, man, that's kind of all I got tonight. Next week or week after, I do want to talk about something, but I want to come a little more prepared for it that I just saw today. Man. I was looking at the Rockies and Marlins expansion draft. Have you ever seen the expansion rules?
No.
Dude, they are crazy. I can tell you a couple right now, but we can go in more depth about it.
Yeah.
But you can only protect 15 guys in your whole organization.
Jeez.
So there's 3 rounds. So
don't do it. Let's do it later.
So you can pick 15 guys in your organization, but they so right now if we did one, 2021 and 2020 draft are off limits, guys. Also, and then guys, guys that were just drafted. So they don't even count. You can't draft. You can't take Jack Leiter.
Okay.
Also,
those are not towards your 15, right?
Sorry.
Those are not towards.
Yeah,
your
those are
15.
not. Those are not. No.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and also you can't take guys that have like a contract over. Like at that time, it'd probably be different now, but it was 5 years.
Okay.
So those guys are off limits as well.
Okay, that makes sense then.
So like your Tatises would automatically be saved.
That makes sense.
But dude, 15 is low.
That's so crazy. Though.
That is low. I was wondering how those teams like they got because like the Rockies were solid in the 90s, and I was like, how'd they get so good? And the Marlins too. I was like, oh, that's why.
Sure.
Because you
The
get
Buccaneers are gonna lose.
really.
Yeah, sorry. This is now the Cowboys. The Bucs have scored 1 touchdown on the second half, and the Cowboys are up by 1 now. They just kicked a field goal. The minute left.
They just kicked a field goal.
Dan Orlovsky on ESPN said 2 days ago that it's a realistic goal for the Bucs to go 17-0. And I almost threw my phone through the window. I was like, "You are the dumbest person I've ever seen, heard in my life." Realistic, go 17-0 in the NFL.
Mike Evans just really shit the bed tonight.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's all
I'm
good.
sorry. We can end. I'm not just talking.
Yeah, no, I would love to talk about it eventually. And if you were like the Cubs guy, who would you keep? The Cubs is too easy. The Cubs is. So we're gonna do someone good. Like I'll give you a team. I'll take a team. Connor, you take a team. Who are the 15 guys you would keep?
Yeah, well, that's a good idea.
For next week.
Yeah, I can go over all the rules, but they're crazy, man.
Yeah, send them in the group chat.
Or we can even go at like once we end this, I can run them down real quick with you guys.
Okay, I'll still need you
I
to
really-
send it in the group chat.
Yeah, because I kind of want to tell Nick they're fucking crazy.
Okay.
So you want to end this?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do
Really quick though, I'd like to give a little bit of the teaser.
Yeah.
With RBI Baseball, we are making some pretty big moves actually. So this is going to be the second episode that we have launched since being on Spotify and Apple Podcast, but we will not be at the original host site that we started at last week. By this time next week, when we drop another episode, we're actually going to have a full website that is going. That's going to have blogs. It's going to have our podcast available with video as well. So it's going to be pretty cool. We're really excited about it. And yeah, just wanted to kind of branch that out. Oh, also, boys, if you check your group chats, we have our second line of bottom of the order merch that just actually went live. It's called Riders Lives Matters. So go ahead and check that out.
Oh fucking way!
RBI
That's
Baseball
hilarious.
podcast exclusive. So thank you guys for
funny.
joining and have a good rest of your day.